My name's Tim Moxey, and today we are going to talk about singing high notes. Now, I have sung various high notes in lots of different settings, whether it be in reality TV, or on my own YouTube channel. So if you care to find me, look to the western sky, or live. And I've had lots of people talk to me and ask, how do you hit such high notes? And I want to share with you today the different elements that I have researched over the years and that I've looked at and that I've worked on in my own voice in order to be able to hit higher notes. We're going to have a look at 4 different elements, 4 different concepts, and the first one we're going to check out is breathing. Now, breathing is one of these interesting things in singing. It seems to get used a lot for like a be-all, end-all, fix-all kind of thing. You know, the call for more support seems to happen a lot, and it's not gonna help you sing high notes. In my experience, just doing more support doesn't help with that. But breathing is an underpinning of everything that you do in your singing. So having a good understanding of the mechanisms of breathing and understanding how it actually functions in your body, and then having a really good solid breathing technique can really help to get those high notes happening a bit more easily. But again, it's not a be-all, end-all, fix-all for any problems that you're having hitting high notes. The next thing we're going to have a look at is the vocal cords, or the vocal folds. Now, the vocal folds are in charge of creating pitch. And they do it in a couple of different ways, doing a lengthening or a shortening, a thickening and thinning actions. And some people call them different things, whether it be head voice, chest voice, or the M1, M2, M3, all of these different concepts that people have when it comes to describing registers. And look, let's face it, when you're hitting high notes, sometimes you want to be doing a different quality, whether it be a high note in a head voice, or whether it be a high note in a big belty kind of chest sound, or whether it's like a whistle tone. The vocal cords are helping to create these different tonal colors. But they're not the only thing that are shaping and changing tonal colors. There are other ways to do that, and they work in tandem with all the other elements that we're going to talk about today. But the vocal cords, and having an understanding of the vocal cords and how the vocal cords work and how they create pitch, is a really important step. And learning how that feels in your own voice and learning how to control it and be able to seamlessly and smoothly transition between all your different ranges and registers is a really important step to be able to hit high notes in whatever kind of way that you want to be able to hit them. So let's have a look at the next thing, and we're going to have a look at resonance. So there are 2 different elements that I'm going to talk about when it comes to resonance. And the first one that I want to have a look at is twang. So twang is an engagement of the epiglottis, which creates a narrowing in the airway, which projects sound. It's kind of similar to the garden hose. So if you think about the jet setting on your garden hose, it narrows down the hose and projects it and gives you more kind of force and power. Twang does the same kind of thing. Learning to have a really good control over your twang or over that feeling and that mechanism can help you to create the different tonal colors that you want to create. Now, you don't always want to have twang engaged the whole time, because it's not necessarily the sound that you're going for. And everything that we're talking about right now, it's really about learning to control these elements in order to create the tonal color that you want to create. Yeah. So twang helps to give a brightness and an edge and some punch to the voice. The next thing is your vowel shapes. So the way that your tongue and your mouth kind of work with the different vowel shapes changes the sound and changes the way that sound is projected. So we can get narrowings that happen in the vowel shape, which project sound, similar to the way that twang does, but it's in different positions within the mouth. So an E versus an R vowel are both very different vowels and narrow in a very different place. And then something like an oo vowel is very tube shaped and doesn't actually create much of a narrowing and doesn't necessarily help us very much when it comes to projecting sound. And so having an understanding of different vowel shapes and how you can manipulate and shape them in order to create the desired sound that you're going for is a really important step for you. The last thing I want to talk about is tension. So there's a couple of different tensions that can happen in our body, be it external tensions in the neck, internal tensions in the larynx, or just tensions throughout our body that negatively impact our singing. So having an understanding of how to manage tension in your voice, in your vocal cords, and working on how to actually consistently get that tension, be able to sing more tension free, is a really important step. Now, all of these elements work together in order to create a high note. Now, you can have lots of different qualities of high note and lots of different ways that you can hit high notes, and there is no fix all. There is no easy, quick step. If people are trying to push this just easy method and way of singing a high note, it might work as a one-off, but it's not necessarily going to get you consistent results over the long term. And you might hit it once and it happen, but it won't necessarily keep happening time after time after time. So you want to get true mastery over all of the different mechanisms that are going on in your voice in order to create the qualities and the sound, and do it consistently time after time after time. Thanks for watching this video. If you like what we've been talking about here, please hit the like button. In the comments below, let me know a song that you have tried to sing that you really struggled with a high note, or a high note that you have actually nailed, a song that you go, I nailed that, and it took me ages, but I actually finally got it. I'd love to know about that in the comments below. If you like this video, please hit the like button. If you like what I'm doing on my channel, I am recording an album at the moment, I am releasing some covers, and I might be talking a bit more about vocal technique. If that's something that you guys want to hear more about, please let me know. And yeah, you can subscribe to my channel if you like what we're doing here. I'll catch you on the next one. See you later.